guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I've got some interesting things spread out here on the ground before me. This is one of my GP Smalls. I believe it's the correct nomenclature, but it's just a basic shelter half tent that rides in my truck all the time and in my pack when I'm out. But when Blackie and I were in Scouts, as Scouts, this is what we slept in. Okay, this tent is slightly later than Vietnam era. The ones we had were Vietnam era tents. But I wanted to show you how easy the setup is, and hope you'll enjoy it. First off, you can see that I've got my equipment laid out. I've got my tent pegs down the side, ready to go into their loops. I've got my poles assembled and ready to go in. And now we've got to button up the top of the tent. First thing you want to do though is check your wind. And in this case, our wind is coming out of this direction. So my overlap is like that. Okay? It runs from this direction to this way to keep the wind from blowing in through the gap. Alright? Let's get started. Alright guys, this is what I was talking about. As you can see, it will snap from either direction. Okay? Now, because my wind is coming from that way, I want to snap this piece over this piece so that the wind will come this way and not go back in under that gap. Works the same way with rain. You want to be sure that you know which direction your majority of your weather comes from, and put it up so that this flap, the weather's coming from this direction and not this one, because every time you're going to find some wind or some rain or both that will go under that flap. Okay, let's keep buttoning. Alright guys, you can see we've got the tent set up, and no, it's not a perfect setup, but it's been a while since Blackie and I have done this. But like riding a bicycle, you never really forget how to do it. There's plenty of room in here for one person, and you can shoehorn two in here easily. There's a vestibule at the other end, which is where the rope, the tent flaps go outside the rope, and it makes a place to put your gear. They're very, very handy, and they fold up into a very small bundle. Now, there are tents that fold up smaller, but you know, this is a good way to go.
Good tent on a budget.
Yes, it is. It's a very good tent on a budget. These were, I got these, I had two of them. I got these at Kaufman's in Sampson, Alabama, and Blackie will include the number to Kaufman's right down here at the bottom of the screen. Okay? Shout out to the ladies there. They don't always have these, okay? They come and go like the tide. So if you call wanting one, they may or may not have one. Just be patient with them. Also, this tent is not set up for weather. Okay? To set it up for weather, this is just put up for demonstration purposes. If you really want to set it up for the long haul, what you would do is, of course, you drive your tent stakes in all the way to the ground. All right? And close up as much of the gap underneath here as you can. Then you go to the high end of the tent and dig your trench around both sides. As you're digging, pile your dirt up onto the foot of the tent. That way you won't get water in. The water will flow down the tent, over the berm and into the ditch. And it'll come out on this end, which is the door end, and will flow away from you. So you'll stay, if not totally dry, reasonably dry, survivable dry. One word of caution though, don't do this if it's raining, okay? Don't rub the side of the tent, because if you do, water's gonna come in and get you. To button it up, and you're tight. It's a good way to do. It's a good budget friendly tent. Now you can see me. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little short where offering a piece of advice to y'all on budget friendly options for camping. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to Bear's Old Ways. Love having you aboard, love hearing from you. Leave a comment down in the comment section, and we'll see you down the road.